What's going on YouTube? It's Baby Clay Media and Reacts back again with another video. I hope everyone's had a great new year, but today it's time to put your tinfoil hats back on because I got another firm theory for y'all. And today the theory is the little girl from the scar tissue episode is not who you think it is. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and comment. It's all free. Let's go. All right, so let's dig in. This is actually the first clue that they give us showing, hey guys, this isn't what you think. This isn't a memory from Tabitha's childhood, but it's the memory to the very first person that actually went through the cycle that Miranda and Tabitha went through. I'm going to break it down for you right now. Make sure you stay tuned. This little one that we see in episode Scar Tissue isn't Tabitha. It's the very first person who started to go through the Fromville cycle as far as seeing monsters, maybe even a man in yellow. She was the very first one. This isn't an Ann Cooley kid. This is the very first archetype, or as I should say, prime Tabitha. Now, I want you to pay attention to these two photos. I'm so sorry for the quality, but you notice the resemblance, the similarities between these two wardrobes. One is from Land and the other is from Little Red Riding Hood. Fun fact about Little Red Riding Hood, by the way, it was written by Charles Perrault in 1697. And coincidentally, the name of the Little Red Riding Hood novel was called Tales and Stories from the Past with Morals. The name in itself just gives you this scene from Scar Tissue vibes. And I mean, 1697 looks about right if I was to look at this scene again. And then you compare it to the Little Red Riding Hood photo, it just all seems too similar. I mean, the similarities are definitely there when you compare the two. And the writers wanted us to believe that this was a memory or some type of vision that Tabitha had as a child. When, in all honesty, this is my theory, guys, so let's take it with a grain of salt. But I think that this was the memory of prime Tabitha, meaning the very first one who experienced the cycle. Jay said in season 3, energies don't die, they just go from one place to another. So who's to say that the memories from that person didn't transfer over to the quote unquote reincarnated person?
When I was a little girl, I would have the same nightmare over and over again.
The writers did a great job with throwing the audience off to have you think that the scene that they just showed you with the little one is Tabitha. But judging by the wardrobe, it's not. This gives off 11th century, 1600s type of wardrobe. And Tabitha wasn't born then. At least I hope not. So, I mean, I have to put two and two together. And this little one that we see here is the very first one to actually go through the cycle of Fromville. And what I mean by cycle, I mean whatever we see that Tabitha and the little bit that we have saw with Miranda, this little one went through it all too. And I'm pretty sure they're going to dive into this scene a little bit more in season 4, like give some more backstory on it. because I'm a true believer that this isn't Tabitha. The second clue that they give us is Abby. Remember, Abby also said that she thought this place was a nightmare and just started unaliving everybody. Let's not forget that, because that's also a clue, and it's telling us as the audience that every lady that has walked into Fromland will most likely have a vision or a nightmare that came from a shared memory from the past. Prime Tabitha, aka the little one. Everything leads back to the little one. The memories, the cycles, the stress, and the horror of this place leads right back to what she has went through when she was in Fromville. The clues are all there. Jade also has these visions too, but in a different way. He's seeing visions or shared memories through Christopher, while Tabitha is having the same shared memories with Miranda and the person before her, and etc., etc. So yeah, that's the theory that I have for y'all today, y'all. And I'm praying and hoping that we do get some type of trailer for season 4, maybe around the Super Bowl, so we can lock in and get ready for the up and coming season. So if you like the video, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you enjoy. Peace.